Hello, everyone. Recently, I pissed off some Bernie bots with my numbers that I got from CNN.com because I included superdelegates in the counts when I was explaining to these Bernie bots why Bernie Sanders has no chance whatsoever of winning the nomination to be president from the Democratic Party. Now, there's still people holding on with hope, and I'm going to address some of their comments. I'll read a few right now. Bruja Joe says, "No, your numbers are not remotely accurate. You're counting superdelegates who have not yet voted, do not vote until the convention, and will likely vote for the candidate who reaches the convention with the most pledged delegates, having won the popular vote. Your smugness looks all the more silly and sad with false information you're trying to back it up with, brother." And we've got WorldGate989 who said, "Can't really count the superdelegates since they can move to another candidate if they want to." And let's see. Jim Hemphill said, "Agent asshole. You're counting superdelegates, jerk. Hillary is only 300 delegates ahead. Fuck CNN." Annie F. said, "This is a troll video. Math is wrong and the poster of the vid is trying to discourage you. Don't fall for it." And she also said, "CNN uses superdelegates who do not count until the convention. So right there, your math is off. Blah, 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 blah. Feel the burn. Don't give up." And here we have Adam DeBester who says, "Yeah, I'm done with you and this channel. I do not need your smug fucking face celebrating the fact that the Democrats are fucking over the whole world electing a far right-wing war hawk candidate. Whatever. By the way, you're counting superdelegates that have not fucking voted yet." And ZZZ Giant Awake says, "The numbers that you are using include superdelegates, and even if they vote the way that they have said that they will, they do not count until the convention." And then we've got Martin Tiggison who said, "After 20 seconds I gotta quit. The man doesn't have his numbers correct." Well, I'm going to explain to you all why yes, I fucking can count superdelegates right the fuck now, and I can be pretty confident in how they're going to vote. I have two ways of being this confident. Okay, two. One is superdelegate lobbyists, which I've already talked about on this channel, but I'll talk about a little bit more just so you understand how deep the rabbit hole goes. And two is campaign finance reform that has fucking failed in a major way, and we'll get to that at the end of the video. So first, when we're going to talk about superdelegates in the Democratic Party who are also lobbyists, it's important to remember that Bernie Sanders hates lobbyists and will accept no money from them, will not talk to them, nothing from them, okay? Nothing. So superdelegate lobbyists are pretty much a no-brainer going for Hillary Clinton. But let's go over some. I've already talked about on this channel Jeff Berman, who's a lobbyist basically for the Keystone Pipeline. Also, he's an organizer for Hillary Clinton. Bill Sheehan, I've already talked about him on this channel, lobbyist for pain management clinics. He's not going to vote for Bernie. Fuck no. Maria Cardona, Minion Moore, and Jill Alper, I've talked about them. They're from the Dewey Square Group. They're lobbyists that were retained by Clinton-supporting super PACs and Enron and Countrywide and Citigroup, and those companies fucking hate Bernie Sanders. So he's not getting their vote. Let's see. Lacey Johnson, one of the superdelegates, she's a lobbyist for Ice Miller who lobbies for gambling and casinos and not anything remotely what Bernie Sanders stands for. Let's see. Joanne Dowdle, she actually she works for News Corp as like one of their vice presidents. News Corp, by the way, is the parent company of Fox fucking News, and she's given funds directly to Hillary Clinton's campaign, all on the record. So yeah, she's voting for Hillary. Count on it. Fucking count on it. Pretty confident. Okay. Andres Ramirez is a lobbyist that represents a disreputable title loan company in Nevada called Community Loans of America. And he is so not fucking voting for Bernie Sanders. Jennifer Cunningham, she's a lobbyist for SKD Knickerbocker. She lobbied the Obama administration for tax cuts on overseas earnings. Yeah, not voting for Bernie. No. Because she's not going to get that from Bernie at all. Tony Burgos raised funds for Hillary Clinton and lobbies for Pfizer. Don't know who Pfizer is? Pfizer is a big drug company. That's big pharma, okay? So, no, he's not voting for Bernie and his universal health care. Not gonna happen. Emily Giske, she also represents Pfizer as a lobbyist, but also Goldman Sachs, Fidelity, Bank of America. No, she is not voting for Bernie. Those are the banks that Bernie, thinks shouldn't have been bailed out, in the whole too big to fail thing. Dick Gephardt, he used to be a politician, but now he represents Taiwan and Peabody Coal as a lobbyist. And anyone who represents fossil fuels in those superdelegate lobbyists is not going to be voting for Bernie fucking Sanders. Chris Todd lobbies on behalf of the Motion Picture Association for laws like SOPA and TPP. And he is not going to like guys like Bernie Sanders who would take a second look at laws like that. So no, he is not fucking voting for Bernie Sanders. Howard Dean, which this is a weird one. Howard Dean has on TV pledged for Hillary Clinton, said that he's going to, but he used to be in Bernie's shoes. He used to, have that popular backing, and then his campaign petered out. He went through some of the same things when he was running for president, but he's backing Hillary Clinton now, and he's also just joined a lobbyist firm, and he is now business partners with Newt Gingrich, which boggles my mind, how, they were on opposite sides of the fence back when they were both in government, but now they're working together. And no, Howard Dean is not going to vote for Bernie Sanders. Never. So 9 or 10% of the superdelegates are registered lobbyists. Bernie Sanders hates lobbyists. He automatically loses all of them. Okay, I don't have to go into further detail with all of these different lobbyists, but you get the picture. Okay, he's not getting their vote. Okay, you can say that we have to wait until the convention because their votes don't count until then. And we don't know. They could change their mind. They could, have some conscience. They could have a heart and vote for Bert. No, it's not fucking happening. So the second reason why I know that all of these superdelegates who immediately basically pledged their support to Hillary Clinton before the first state primary even happened. So, you looked at CNN and already she had like 400 superdelegates who had come out and publicly said, yes, I'm supporting Hillary. The reason why, go ahead and Google the Hillary Victory Fund. Basically what's happened with the Democratic Party is Hillary Clinton is friends with a lot of billionaires. After the Supreme Court decision of McCutcheon versus FEC in 2014, a loophole was created that Hillary and her billionaire friends are exploiting right as we speak. Basically, it used to be that billionaires were still capped at $10,000 a piece that they could give to their favorite candidates. But McCutcheon versus the FEC basically states that aggregate caps are invalid. So if there's a special fund in each state for Hillary Clinton, the Hillary Victory Fund, they can give to that state and say, hey, earmark this for the Hillary Victory Fund, but I'm giving this to the state of Montana Democratic Party, right? So they give $10,000 to each of 33 different states that are involved in this thing. The other 17 holdouts, they're not getting any Hillary money in the end. But wait. So with 33 different states participating, any billionaire can now give up to $330,000 apiece. And that's just for Hillary's fund, right? So after the money went to the state funds, it got transferred to Hillary's campaign PACs and whatnot. And in a nutshell, Hillary Clinton has figured out a way to get around campaign finance reform and get her billionaire friends to give as much money as they want to her using 33 states that have agreed to help her use this Hillary Victory Fund method. So she's taken all the aggregated funds that she's collected from all of these states, and she's holding on to it until she gets the nod from the Democratic Party to be President of the United States of America. And once she is firmly the nominee, she's going to release some of those funds and more that she collects from those donors to these states. So she's basically bribing them all in a very convoluted money laundering scheme that is legal because of the Supreme Court, McCutcheon versus FEC. And she's the one who has the billionaire friends. Bernie doesn't have billionaire friends. He has people with $10 in their pocket who have hopes and dreams, but he doesn't have billionaire friends because Bernie, well, he doesn't speak too well about corporations. And, that's just where the cards have fallen. So, no, Bernie does not have any chances because once Hillary gets the nomination, she's going to put money back into the state funds of all of those states who have made their state legislators superdelegates. So all of those people will have more campaign funds for their own elections because, money runs politics. So that's why I can count superdelegates right the fuck now. I know where they're voting. I am pretty confident that Bernie is not going to be the nominee, and he doesn't have a chance at all. And CNN's math is pretty accurate.